Hi guys, welcome back to the channel here in Melbourne, Australia. By request from a viewer, I'm making an update on my avocado collection here in Melbourne, and we're gonna start with this huge tree, which is coming up to 10 years old. I would say it's pretty close to 10 years old now. It's a grafted Hass avocado. All the avocados I'm going to be showing you today are grafted and in ground. So it's a heavy bearer every year. It doesn't miss a year, and highly recommend this variety if you have space, right? If you have the room for a large tree. So without fail, we get anywhere between 100 and 200 fruit each year from this Hass. So the size of the tree would be 5 meters by 5 meters height and width. So we're talking about quite a sizable tree. Not for every suburban garden, that's for sure, but easily fits here in the corner of my property in the back. So I can see a couple of fruits still hanging up there from the last season, but yeah. And it just finished setting fruitlets in November, and now they're all growing. So there's a lot, like I said, between 100 and 200 full-size fruit we get each year. So highly recommend this tree if you have the room. If you don't have the room for this Hass, I suggest you get a lamb Hass. It's the same tree, it's the same fruit, that is, but a smaller tree. It's like a semi-dwarf version of this one. And by the way, I used to have a lamb Hass tree, but it died on me from root rot. Unfortunately, it was my pride and joy avocado. Okay, and as you can see right now, it's switching leaves from last year. See how it drops them? So this is normal. It's not a disease. Every November and December, it drops all its old leaves and gets new leaves. So that's the first avocado, the Hass. Yeah. Very, very attractive tree, and getting quite big every year. Okay, next we have the wurts. So this one here is a double, 2 trees, right? So these are 2 wurts trees side by side. This one is my oldest avocado at around 16 years old, maybe 17, maybe 18. I can't remember the exact year. I bought it between 2006 and 2008. I don't remember exactly. So we've got one tree here, right? And one over there. Let's go around. There you go. One here. So this one took some time to start taking off. It was a little slow to begin fruiting. I almost gave up on it, but luckily I was patient and just waited. Right? I just waited for it to do its thing, because eventually, being grafted, it has to fruit, right? It can't just not fruit. And it did that in the I think it was the 5th or 6th year. 5 to 6 years it took the fruit. So sometimes you got to be patient. You can't expect fruit the first, second, third year all the time, every time. So this one is standing at around 4.5 meters And because there's two trees, oh boy, this would easily be 6 meters wide, maybe 7. Oh, there's the original tag. Can you believe this? From 2006. It's still hanging on there. Wow. Yeah, so let me just stand back so you can see. We have a windy day today. So it's all that across there. Easily 7 meters in width because of the double trunks, right? So you could say this is a semi-dwarf like the lamb has. Yep, I think the lamb has would have been this big after 10 years. Didn't get to make it there though. So it's a beautiful, beautiful tree. Right. The possums every winter chew on the top leaves up there and the fruit. So if you have possums, there's going to be problems. Just a heads up on them. There's not much I can do about that, because I always come at night when you're sleeping, not during the day. There's the Hass over there, that one there. Okay, so next I'm going to take you to the Fuerte avocado, which is younger than these two. It's only about 6 years old, maybe 7. Yeah, I would say 7. This one, and this is a alternate bearer, alternate year. Look how windy it is. Wow, it bears every other year, and this year it took off. So we're not going to get anything in 2025. Maybe 1 or 2 fruit, if it's there. I haven't been able to see any fruit. There might be, small fruitlets. But last year, 2023/24, it had 50 fruit on it, which was the best year so far, right? So this one is standing at 3 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters. Yeah, maybe a little bigger than that. For the first 5 years of its life, it was getting shaded by the ice cream bean tree that was here before, right? So it was in full shade for most of its life. But now, the last 10 months, it's had full sun since the ice cream bean tree went away, went back to heaven. Yeah, so let me just turn around and show you the Fuerte. There you go. It's a beautiful tree. It's got a nice and bushy. All these leaves that you see here, all these here weren't there 3-4 months ago. So it's filled in just in time for the heat that's coming, right, in summer, to protect the trunk and all the branches inside, on the inside. So that's really smart of the tree to do that, right, to protect itself. Very intelligent. So I don't have to do anything as far as protecting the tree from those 40 Celsius days that we get in January and February. So that's the Fuerte avocado, grafted as well. About 7 years old, maybe 8 at the most. Like I said, guys, I haven't jotted down the exact dates. This is all from memory. Okay, let's see if there's any fruitlets on this alternate bearing tree. I don't see any. I did see one a month ago, early November, but it might have fallen off. Yeah, it's going to take this year off, and that's typical of the Fuerte. Yeah, not one, not even one. That's very strange. But like I said, a year ago it had 50 fruit on it, nice big fruit, and by the way, tastier than the Hass, in my opinion. Next, we have this Pinkerton grafted avocado, which unfortunately went downhill after 3 years in the ground, and I don't know what happened to it. It seems like it was some kind of fungal disease or root rot issue. Not sure. I'm not sure what happened, but it came back, sort of, semi came back. That is, it came back with a new coat, but the flowering stage that we had a month ago ended without any fruitlets. So it refuses to hold any fruit. Hasn't held any fruit for the last 4 years. So that's a real bummer. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this 8-year-old Pinkerton avocado. Yeah, 8 years old. This tree here is older than the Fuerte, believe it or not. See the difference between a healthy avocado and a not very healthy? Wow, huge difference. So there's not much more I can say about the Pinkerton other than I do not recommend it for Melbourne. Okay, next I have a couple of newer avocados. Oh geez, look at the birds I've done here with my plums. Yeah, that's what happens, guys, when there's an abundance of fruit, right? Yeah. So these are the next avocados that I planted around 3 years ago. It's hard to believe that this tree is only like 5 years old. I got it at around 2 years of age, and it's already it's almost 5 meters. It's almost 5 meters in height. This is the shepherd, by the way. It's almost 5 meters in height, and it's only 5 years old. So the avocados do really well in Melbourne, and the neighbor is mowing the lawn. But not every variety is suitable here, as you saw with the Pinkerton. I'm not ruling out the Pinkerton completely, but I'm just showing you my experience, right? It hasn't been favorable, but these ones have been. The shepherd here, as you can see, is extremely healthy and happy. But I don't see any fruitlets. I did see a couple a month ago when it was flowering, but it seems to have dropped all the fruitlets. It's just not ready to do prime time. It's a bit like the Fuerte. Oh, hang on, I spoke too soon. It is ready. It's ready with one fruit. There might be others, but guys, I can't see. I've got the sun in my eyes, the trees in the shade, everything is green. So yeah, it's like this is where you need a kid with sharp eyes. He'll find the fruitlets, but not me, guys. My eyesight is shot. It's not like it was as a teenager. So there might be a couple of fruitlets up there, I'm not sure. But thankfully, this one here, I'm gonna bag this once it gets bigger. I don't wanna lose my first shepherd avocado, because those nasty birds and possums, well, they've got nothing better to do, right? So that's the shepherd. Next is this avocado, which they say is the most cold tolerant in Australia, or for Australian conditions, or more specifically for Victoria. It's the bacon avocado, and this one is loaded with fruitlets for the first time in its 5 year life. So again, with these leaves, it's normal for them to lose the old leaves. So don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about these leaves coming off, okay? It's very normal. It's just getting a new coat. There you go. Look, there's another one. See that? Look at the size of it. It's massive. But it's last year's coat. Okay, and there's a lot of them. Sometimes I just come out here and pick them. Just pick them so that it doesn't create a mess on the ground. So I don't have to pick them up off the ground. Right? It's better in my hand and in there, in the mulch there, than just dropping here on the lawn, which is messy, right? So that's why I do it by hand. When I'm just walking around in the morning, waking up, I just do that. It's easier. All right, so the bacon The bacon avocado, as I said, is loaded with fruitlets, but right now I can't see any. That's funny. Okay, here's one. I don't think that one's going to hold. Looks weak. They seem to be up higher. But a lot have fallen in the last week. Gee, there was like 50 here last week, and now I can't see any. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, here's one, a fatty. There you go. That's nice and fat. And there's another one right next to it. So 2, right? Yeah, so the 50 that were there last week have mostly dropped, unfortunately. But that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, the bacon. And here's the label. Right. Where are we? Okay. Okay. So you can get these from Bunnings. I think I got this one from Bunnings actually. I got both of them from Bunnings. Yeah, I did. Not from Dailies, Bunnings. The local Bunnings hardware store. There's another one. Wow, my eyesight is blurry. Here's 2 more. Are they the ones I showed you before? Hang on. Oh, there's more in there. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wow, they're all in one position there. 4 of them together. 5. Yeah, so that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoy the update on my avocados here in Melbourne, Australia, at the beginning of summer 2024/25. Remember, the summer season in Australia overlaps the year, right? In 1 year into the next year, unlike in the northern hemisphere where it's in June, July. Okay, if you enjoyed the avocado update, give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Guys, yeah, this is a beauty, the shepherd. I might have to top the top. It's just too tall up there. Oh, and the bacon is standing at around 4 meters, 3.8 to 4 meters. So they're both very large trees, but not too large. Where they are now is the maximum. You don't want to go over 4 meters. And before I finish, I also have this little pipsqueak here, who's giving me the same problems that the lamb has and the Pinkerton gave me. This is the reed, also from no, I didn't get this from Bunnings. I got this from Marketplace. Some guy who was selling from his backyard. It's coming back, but it's really teasing me. It's been teasing me for the last year. I don't know what's wrong with him. I had him in a pot for a year. He was very happy in the pot. And then at the very end of that first year in the pot, he started declining. So I thought, okay, well, I'll put you in the ground. That'll make you happy, won't it? And in the ground, he kept declining. And now in year 2, I don't know what's going to happen with him, but we're testing him in the ground here. That's the video. As I said, subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't, and also give us a like. See you from the next video. Yeah, very windy today. A lot of wind.
I want to see the